We've arrived at the coordinates. My senses pick up a lot of life forms.
They better not be alien life forms. You with me, Facts?
I'm always with you. Let's go.
Visitors of Facts, please welcome to the stage, Eliza Taylor.
Hi guys. Thank you for having me. How are we today? Good.
Good morning, Eliza.
Good morning.
Let's get the show rolling. The first brave volunteer.
I have one question. If you could bring one character back to life, would it be Lexa or Gallum?
Oh my goodness. We're just really going for it straight away. I can't choose. Don't make me choose. Who would you bring back?
Lexa, because I have a girlfriend, so it's...
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I would bring both of them back. I loved working with both of those humans. Obviously, I married one of them, so that was a given, but they're just incredible actors, and I was so lucky to get to spend all that time working with them, so just can't choose.
I understand that. I would bring them back too.
Yes, bring them both back.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I have two questions. The first one, will you ever come to Glasgow?
I would love to. I would love to come. Am I invited to your house?
Of course.
Great.
You can be my dog. My second question, what is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you?
The scariest thing? Oh my goodness. Oh. Actually, once when I was waitressing, many moons ago, one of my managers at the restaurant, we had basically like an underground cool room, freezer, and he thought it would be funny to lock, because it locks from the outside when you can't get out from the inside. I went in to go and get some bottles, and he locked me in there and left me in there for like an hour, and I had the biggest panic attack of my life. It was not funny to me, but very funny to him. So there you go. That was really scary.
I would die. Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hi, hello. You played in November Man. How was it to play alongside Pierce Brosnan?
Oh my God, Pierce is such a wonderful human being. He is just a gentleman, a lovely, lovely human. I really loved working with him, and I was really nervous because, you know, obviously I'd seen him in a million things, and I grew up watching him, and my mum has a really big crush on him, so it was very exciting for her. But he just, as soon as I got to, because we shot the movie in Belgrade in Serbia, and as soon as I got there, he just started like, he ran up to me, and I was like, oh my God, it's Pierce Brosnan. And he was like, Eliza, I'm so glad you're here, I'm so glad we found you and that you're playing this role, and I just felt so welcome and embraced, and it was just a really good experience. Thank you.
Hello. I don't know if it's possible, but can I have a hug from you? Or is it not allowed?
What's that?
A hug.
Sure.
Yeah?
How do I get down there though?
She gets up.
Get in here.
This is going to be the same question from everybody now.
Hi Eliza, I just want to say my sister and I have been a fan of you since Sleepover Club, which has been a long time.
That was a long time ago now.
Yeah. And my question for you is, how did you feel when you first read the script of The 100?
When I first read the script,
Yeah, and the story
of The 100,
Yes.
I loved it. I've told this story a million times, but I was basically packing up my bags and leaving LA because I was like, well, this was a bust. I have to go back to bartending. And I got the call as I was packing my suitcase, and my manager was like, you have to read this script. They're really interested in you. And I read it. And I was like, this character is so cool. You know, she had kind of like a Katniss vibe. I could see it. The way it was written was just, you know, it jumped off the page. It was one of those scripts that I couldn't put down. I just kept turning the page. And yeah, so I thought it was really special, and I was lucky enough to go in for a meeting the next day and get the role.
And then my second question is about the sleepover club. How did you end up going there, being there in the series, and what was your experience? Oh no, that's my third question. I can only ask 2 questions, sorry.
Wait,
My question is, how was your experience in the sleepover club?
oh my gosh, that was really fun. I mean, I think I was like 13 when I did that show, so quite some time ago. I mean, it was only last year. And it was an amazing experience, and I made lifelong friendships on that show, and we were all like going through it. I mean, you know, everyone's hitting puberty, everyone's like, you know, changing and growing in that time. You make so many changes in that time. So it was really a bit of a like crazy experience to be going through that and not going to school, and you know, for a young person it's a bit different and weird, but I was so lucky to be around really great kids, and who I'm still really good friends with to this day, so it was special.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I have 2 questions to ask. So, first of all, what was the worst experience that you had to do in The 100? Like something that you really didn't want to do, but you had to do?
There was one scene, I mean, I was pretty game to, you know, push the boundaries and everything, but there was one scene where Bob and I were in the Rover, and that was the most unreliable vehicle in the world, like not drivable, not up to regulation, and we had to drive to the end of a cliff and stop like really fast and stop right before we got to the edge, and I was terrified. I was like, get me out of this car, because the brakes used to fail on that car a lot, and so that was a really scary night for me.
I could get that. Like, I would have the same. Then maybe my second question. How was it to actually play a bisexual role? Like, was it difficult? Did it leave anything behind? Like, I don't know.
Oh, I loved it, and you know, I spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but you know, love is love, and however we, whatever our orientation is, whatever, you know, I think that those stories need to be told, and I felt really honoured to be able to tell that story and play a character who is bisexual, and to just, you know, and for it not to be too sexualized and not to be too on the nose. It was just, it wasn't even a thing. It was just, she loved Lexa, and she also liked dudes as well, and that's okay. So I felt honored.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi. First I wanted to say you look absolutely amazing. I love your outfit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And my question was, what is for you the most fun and least fun part of being an actress?
Okay, I would say, I mean, the most fun part for me is like I just love the creative process of being on set. I love the camaraderie. Like, I love that there are so many incredible creative people who come together from all different fields to make a show work or a movie work. It's just like there is such a great, I don't know, it's just like, the energy on set is one of my favorite things in the world. Everyone is just like in their element and we're doing it, and it's hard, but it's also really rewarding. So that's my favorite part about it, is just telling stories and with like-minded people. One thing that I've struggled with was the social media aspect of it all, and you know, I think people, you know, saying really mean things and untruthful things, and that shocked me. I wasn't really prepared for that part of being in the public eye, but I've since learned to have a much better relationship with social media, and I just try to be myself and as positive as I can be and spread love, and that's how I navigate that now. And I don't read the comments. Guys, don't read the comments. So that was a big lesson, and one of the things I found the hardest, but not struggling with it so much anymore.
Thank you, I love you.
I can't believe I'm actually talking to you, I'm sorry. This is so amazing. I love you, Clarke. So my question is, oh my god, I literally forgot my question. Okay. What do you think Clarke would have said to Lexa when Lexa disappeared the last episode?
Well, this is the thing. It wasn't really Lexa, was it? But, I mean, I think if it was really Lexa, she first of all would have been like, don't leave me, and I love you, and I'll always love you. I don't know what else there would be. I mean, yeah, I spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but one thing I really hoped for Clarke would be that she would be able to move on and let go of that pain, and to, you know, and because I felt like after Lex's death, she was just in grief for the rest of the show, and yeah, I wanted her to be able to move on and be happy. So maybe she would say something along the lines of, I love you, and I'm ready now to love again and say goodbye.
Yeah, one more question. I am so sorry for asking this.
No, you're adorable. I love it.
Can I also get a hug?
Get on up here. What a cutie.
Last year I asked a question to Bob, so I'm going to ask you the same today. So the question was, what was your biggest dream right now? What is your biggest dream? As an actress or as your mom?
My biggest dream? Well, I think right now one thing that I just really want to get right and focus on is my mental health, and you know, because like becoming a mum is it's pretty overwhelming and amazing all at the same time, and you know, I've had like a little bit of struggle recently, kind of trying to, you know, settle into this new identity, and to, you know, because for the longest time work was my identity, and now I'm like, no, I don't, you know, I can take a break, I can work on myself and be a good mother, and, you know, all of that. So that's the main thing. My biggest dream right now is to just accept this new self and to just, you know, give myself a break.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Hi, my question is, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Whoa. When was the last time that I did something for the first time?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I don't know. That's a really hard question. Have I had any firsts lately? Oh yeah, I came to Belgium. Duh, thank you. Hadn't been here before. Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. That is the last time I did something for the first time. There you go. Thank you, sir, in the front.
Hi again.
Hey.
So I have two questions. First, what would you like to do a Christmas inheritance to?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Would you like to do a Christmas inheritance to? So
Yes, can we make that happen? I loved doing that movie.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes, absolutely. I would 100% do it.
And the second one is, what is the book you would like to be in the adaptation?
I'm so sorry.
No worry. So if a book will be an adaptation, what book will you like to play in it? In the adaptation?
I wish I could hear you. I'm so sorry. There's just a lot of feedback.
If a book would be adapted in a movie, in which movie, book adaptation would you like to play?
Oh, if like any movie?
If any book would be adapted
Any book.
into a
I see where you're going with this. So there is a book that I really like, and there's been a little bit of a fan stir about this, which I'm excited about. It happened one summer, and I would love to play Piper Bellinger. I'm just a real romantic comedy fan, and they're the sorts of movies I want to do. Like that would make me so happy. So that is the book, and hopefully we'll get some traction. Let's make it happen.
Thank you, Lenny. See you later.
Hi. My question is, when did you love fell in love? When did you fall in love with Bob?
When did I fall in love with Bob?
Yes.
Wow. I loved him for the longest time as a best friend. So I don't know when that transition really, came to be. But as soon as I knew, it was like everything made sense. So I don't know if I fell in love with him before I even knew that I was in love with him, or if it happened, it just like a switch flicked one day. But it was the most amazing thing that ever happened.
That's really cute.
Yeah, he's my best friend. I love him.
Thank you very much.
Hi again. I have a question. So when Clarke stabs Finn, how did you feel? Because honestly, I would cry a long time. I couldn't believe what happened. So how did you feel?
When Clarke did what?
Stabs Finn. Yes.
Poor Finn.
Yes. I was crying.
I think that was a big turning point for her. Like, that was a big sort of line to cross. And she did it for the right reason, because she didn't want him to be tortured to death. So I understand that aspect of it. But if it were me, I would be a mess, an absolute mess. But I think she was too. It really well, it did, I was going to say it really haunted her, but Finn actually haunted her in the next episode.
Remember me.
Sorry?
Remember me.
I'm so sorry.
Remember me. In the episode, remember me.
Do I remember you?
No, in the episode, the episode was remember me.
Oh, yes. That was a line of Finn's.
Yes.
There you go, yes. Okay, I'm with you. I'm so sorry. I'm like hard of hearing today.
No problem. I don't speak very much English. I like very much English, but I don't speak so much with somebody.
I think you're doing a great job. I do. I think you speak much better English than I do any other language, so.
Thank you. And the last question was, so it's your birthday soon, 24 October or 23, I don't remember. What do you plan? What are your plans?
What are my plans?
Yes.
I'm going to be on a plane for most of my birthday. So I'm actually treating today as my birthday, and I get to spend it with all you guys. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's the best birthday I could ask for, honestly.
Thank you so much.
My first question, in the last episode when Alicia came back, did she keep up with the storyline, or?
Had she been watching the show post?
Yeah, did she know what was going on?
I never asked her that, so I don't know. But no, there was a lot I had to fill her in on, actually. Because she was like, wait, this person died, everybody basically died. So, yeah, I think there were a few things I needed to fill her in on. She might not have kept up with the show. But she's so professional, she just fell right back into it. She was just like, there she is, there's Eliza. It was like no time had passed. It was amazing.
Yeah, my second question, can you draw as good as in the series?
Short answer, no. I wish I could draw. My mum is an artist and a painter, so is my auntie. I did not inherit that from them. I wish I could though, I wish I could draw, but I can't.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, so my question to you is, if you could give your 15-year-old self some advice about the acting world, what would it be?
I would actually say to my 15-year-old self to have a little bit more fun. I took my work, I still do, I'm still telling myself this now. I get so serious on set. I'm just like in the zone. And I watch other actors who get to like, they laugh and they play and they have fun. And I would tell her to do that, to just enjoy it more and not be stressing all the time about whether or not you're doing a good job. Because she was doing great. Yeah, so I think that's what I would say. Just loosen up a little.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I wanted to ask, what was it like playing Ellen Langford, or should I say Ellie London? What was it like playing Ellen Langford, or should I say Ellie London?
I loved playing Ellie Lang London. It was so much fun. It was like, that was a really special experience. Like I said before, I'm a rom-com nerd. I just love them. I love feel-good movies that make me smile. And to actually get to do one was a real, like, a bucket list moment for me. To do, like, a Christmas movie, B, like, a rom-com. And playing that character was, because it was in between seasons of 100, so going from Clarke to Ellie, I was like, this is so different and like such a kind of breath of fresh air where I got to like play someone else, you know, because I'd just been playing Clarke for so long. And I was like, do I remember how to do this? Yes, I do. Yes, okay. I can play a different character. So yeah, it was really special, and I loved it.
Thank you.
Thank
really
you.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hi, my question is if you have a favorite season of The Hunger and why?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think season 1 for me was just my favorite because it was, you know, I just felt so blessed to be working on this amazing show, and it was brand new and it was scary, but it was exciting, and I also just, as a viewer, I loved the sort of the dichotomy between like having the two storylines, the people in the sky and people on the ground. I think there was something really special about that I loved. So that's my favorite season.
Thank you, and have a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hello. So first of all, I want to ask you if you had like a dream job as a child.
I wanted to be a marine biologist when I was really little. And it's funny because now, like, I've since gone scuba diving and the ocean terrifies me, so I don't know how good I would have been at that. And there was also a lot of math involved and science, which weren't my strongest subjects. But I was obsessed with the ocean. I had like, my entire room was like, it looked like a scene from The Little Mermaid. It was just fish and dolphins and, yeah, ocean stuff everywhere.
Okay, and second of all, I'm just really thankful you're here. And since it's your birthday tomorrow, I feel like maybe we should all sing happy birthday for you. How do we feel about that? Yes? Okay, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eliza. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
I feel so lucky. That's so lovely. Thank you.
Hi. I'm wondering how it's like with Henry, because you're famous, and how busy is your way?
Can you, sorry, say that?
How is Henry? Good?
Oh, he's great.
And how is it like to be famous with him? Because now everyone asks how's Henry and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, like, I love being, like, really open and honest and sharing things on social media about my life and, you know, with you guys as well at conventions. And, but one thing I wasn't expecting as soon as I had Henry, I really felt the need to protect him, much more than, like, I thought that I'd be sharing photos of him and, you know, I just assumed that I would share him like I do the rest of, you know, my life. But I was surprised that just as soon as he came into the world, I went, no, you know, I need to protect him, and he can't consent to me putting photos on social media or anything like that yet, and I want him to have that choice. So that was one thing that really kind of, I don't know, it just happened naturally and is, you know, because it's strange having a lot of followers and being in the public eye, and I want to give him the option of not being part of it if he doesn't want to be, you know, so yeah.
That's logical.
Sorry?
That's logical.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Me again. I just want to know, if The 100 had a spin-off, would you be in it or would you make a cameo?
Absolutely. I mean, it would be so cool if we were one of those shows that, like, after 10 years of being off the air, did a movie or something. I'd totally be down. I'd love to do that. But I haven't heard anything, or I haven't got the call yet, so we'll see.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hello, nice to meet you. I have a personal question. when was the last time that you stepped out of your comfort zone?
When was the last time I
Stepped out of your comfort zone.
stepped out of my comfort zone? I would say directing was terrifying to me, in the best way possible. You know, I've been acting for over 20 years. I know how to do that, but when it came to directing, I was like, do I know how to do this? I don't know. It was really scary, but it was such an amazing experience, and I can't wait to do more of it, because it doesn't feel comfortable, and that can be scary, but it's important to challenge yourself in that way, and you know, that's what I hope to keep doing. Yeah.
You were also talking about mental health. I was thinking about what is something that you struggle with in life, in mental health, talking about mental health.
I really struggle with anxiety, and I think I have for most of my life. I'm a very anxious person. I'm anxious right now. I get very nervous speaking in front of people. And so that's something that I would say is my main kind of, it holds me back in a lot of ways, that I would like to work on, and I am working on. And thankfully I have a great therapist, and I get to talk through all this stuff, and I have a great supportive husband who, you know, also talks through mental health with me, like, on a daily basis. And I'm really lucky to have that support network and to, you know, be working on it. But it's, you know, none of us are fully cooked. It's an ongoing journey, and hopefully I'll, you know, just as time goes on, get better and better at handling it. But it's hard. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
My question is about the 100. Since you have, if you have a family of your own, do you prefer on the ground or on the spaceship, and why?
Space is scary. I am scared of space. I mean, it looks amazing up there, but I don't want to go there in a hurry. So I would say the ground, for me personally. Even though there's, you know, in the 100 world, there's a lot of scary things on Earth as well. But yeah, I'm a grounder. That's what I would be.
Happy birthday again.
Would you go to space?
No, I'm...
Stay down here?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Hi, I was wondering, what's the best thing about being a mother?
The best thing about being a mom? Oh my gosh. Guys, it's so crazy, like, how I had no idea that I could love anything so much. It's, you know, I think I said this yesterday, but it's just broken my heart wide open. Like, I just feel so much love, and sometimes it hurts. Like, you know, I feel very far away from him right now. He's constantly on my mind, and that's just like going to be my life now. Like, I will always be thinking about my child or children if that, you know, happens. And yeah, so it's really scary, but it's also the best thing that's ever happened to me. So like, I can't, it's hard to articulate, but I feel I'm full of so much love now, more than I've ever felt before, and that's pretty incredible. So,
okay. My second question, because it's something kind of back as well, really quick.
Hugs for everyone. Okay, great. I'm getting so many hugs today, guys.
Hello. Tomorrow is my birthday as well, so can I get a hug?
Well, yeah. This is going to be the rest of my panel, just back and forth on the stage. Thank you so much. Oh, just lovely. Hi.
is, do you still have a lot of contact with some of the 100 actors? And besides Bob, who do you still see the most?
I mean, yes, I'm definitely in touch with everyone, but I don't know who I see the most. I think I've seen, this year, I've seen the most of Tass and Chels, who are just the bomb. I love them so much. And it's because of conventions that, like, we get to see each other again and catch up, and it's like no time's passed, and it's so lovely. So yeah, I would say those two at the moment, but it depends on the year and where we live at that time, because if we're in Vancouver, great, we can catch up with a lot of people. LA, some. Australia, none. I mean, Alicia was in Sydney. I think she's gone back to America. So yeah, it's hard. We're always traveling and we're always in different time zones, but they're my family and I love them.
I know that a lot of people are asking you, but can I also have a hug from you?
Oh, get up here. Come on, let's do it. You want a hug?
Was it hard to shoot your husband on screen?
Yes, it was. Although I think for what it was, we did laugh a lot that day because it just felt so silly that that Clarke was doing that. But yeah, I mean, no one wants to. Maybe some people do want to shoot their husbands, but I don't personally. That's my preference. I like my husband alive, but. Yeah, it was actually a pretty funny day. We just kept singing that song, shot through the heart, you're to blame, you give love a bad name. Yeah, that's what we sang to each other the whole time.
Thank you.
If Lexa didn't exist in the 100 universe, who do you think Clarke would have ended up with?
If Lexa didn't exist? Oh, what a world. It's hard to imagine the 100 without Lexa, but if I have to, I mean, I did think that Bellamy and Clarke would get together, but I also really liked Nyla and Clarke's relationship. I thought that was really beautifully done. It wasn't overdone, it wasn't underdone either. It was just kind of like, you know, there was a really strong bond there. So maybe Nyla.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, first of all, thank you for being here. And my question is, so the 100 is like an apocalyptic vibe. What if this world would be the same? Would you survive like Clarke did?
Oh, hell no. No. Guys, I am not as thrifty as Clarke. I think I've said this a few times, but like I would just find a cave or hide behind a rock and just hope that, you know, that it would all be okay. But I'd die pretty soon after the pilot, I'd say.
Thank you.
First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Second of all, my question, how hard was it to play Lola Flanders, her character, the lost man? How hard was it for you?
How hard was it
to play it, to be an actor?
To act with Lola?
No, when she died.
Oh, when she died, that was, I was like, it wasn't hard, she was lovely. No, when she died, it was really hard. It was really, like, such an emotional day. I definitely cried a lot that day, but it was also right towards the end of, you know, the whole series, so I was just an emotional wreck. that last episode. Like, we were saying so many goodbyes to people, like crew, cast, all of the, you know, writers and producers, and, you know, there was just like a new goodbye every day, and that was Lola's last day, and it was really emotional, and I was a wreck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. First of all, it's really great to see you in person. My question is, do you have things in common with Clarke? Yourself, like personality?
Well, like I said, I don't think I'm quite as strong as her, but yeah, I like to think that we, you know, share a few things in common. Like, I feel like a broken record. I said this yesterday, but I do have resilience, and I think that that's something that I recognize in Clarke as well, and compassion, and I do tend to, this is not a great one, I put people first before myself, and that can be a blessing and a curse. So yeah, I think there's a few things, but when you play a character for so long, you kind of, you do inject a lot of yourself into her, and vice versa. So yeah, I think we ended up being quite similar in the end. It was like, I don't know where I start and Clarke ends.
Thank you, and happy birthday. Bye.
Thank you.
Alright, Eliza, I promised I would ask you that question. If you were to interview yourself, what question would you ask yourself?
If I were to interview myself, what question would I ask? That's hard. But, do you know, actually one thing that Bob asks me quite often, which I really love, is, how is your heart today? And it's, you know, because depending on the day, it might be really full, or it might be not feeling the best. It might be a little bit broken, and I think it's a really beautiful question to ask of people, because, you know, you don't know what's going on underneath, you know, behind the mask. So I would ask myself that question.
Alright, now, you said something which made us a little sad earlier. You said you would spend your birthday on a plane. We don't like that, so we got a little surprise for you.
What?
So, if everybody could sing together, and if you could see a little surprise for you, we all wish you a very, very happy birthday. Happy birthday to